Welcome aboard. Today's timeline story will be about when I first discovered and watched grounded videos with the GoAnimate website. Well, it was actually on YouTube, but it doesn't matter. Anyhow, so on 2014, I watched some videos of fire alarms, not like GoAnimate related, because I didn't know about that at the time until, I was finding a video called Eric Pulled Up the Fire Alarm and Gets Grounded. Now, this was by Cubs Rule 2014, I think, yeah. And this was where, it's one of those grounded videos. So, then I kept on looking at other ones, not related, fire alarm related, but other sorts of things that they get grounded for. Now, when I watched that, I was pretty much laughing because what's funny is they say, "You are grounded, 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 grounded." And one of my voices that I liked was Diesel and Wise Guy, and especially the scary voice. Because the Wise Guy, the scary voice would go, "Oh." If you guys know GoAnimate, you already know what the scary voice actually sounds like. And they had all these good ones. And it was pretty good. It was pretty cool. Now, what's funny about Wise Guy, also, he talks cool and it's funny when he talks different. Because I was laughing when I was watching the GoAnimate funny grounded stuff. And here's another funny thing that Wise Guy would do when someone got grounded. Note that I wasn't using GoAnimate for this video. I had the recorder when I used VoiceForge a few days ago. So since I had a recording of Wise Guy, I thought I'd have a little demonstration. But he also talks different too, and also, and I also liked Kidaru because he would star in many of grounded videos out on GoAnimate. And also, people on GoAnimate make videos out of cartoon characters, such as Dora, Caillou, Diego, and more. But it didn't have to just be cartoon characters. It could be people they made up. Also, they make up grounded videos out of other users, which ticks the other user off. But the reason why I still think that grounded videos can be funny at times is the vocals and the voices that they use, how it's been said, I think is pretty good. And they also make videos of Barney and everything else. Crazy stuff. They also made Erica and everything. I also watched something called, it's actually called Eric Gets Sent Away, and it starts out where he wakes up, and he goes to the computer to make a video and GoAnimate, because you'll hear the GoAnimate jingle song at the beginning when he logs in, so. And then all of a sudden he goes to school and other stuff, so you probably already know that video if you already seen it. And, yeah, it's a bunch of other funny stuff that they have been grounded for in the past, like. Also, I like the scary voice. Well, on VoiceForge, they call him Robot. Now, here's how VoiceForge sounds. Here's how he sounds. Note that I wasn't using GoAnimate that time. It was still VoiceForge because I wrote that in. And I noticed how they changed it. I think it's 19 kilohertz for the scary voice. Because it's a little different, comparing to the 26 kilohertz scary well, yeah, you know what I mean. But with that being said, I also thought it was funny because then that and then in 2014 that got me off GoAnimate for some reason, and then I started to do more of it, and then in 2015 to 2016 was the kind of year that grounded videos are still good, but when the voices get getting removed, that's where it gets. I know you can do it from other sites, but it's just easier if it's already in the program without having to download anything like an audio file to import, like, really. But also, the worst, dumbest voice out on GoAnimate was Vixen, because she sucks. Glad they took her down, because she sucked. And also, they also seem to have character errors on computers, like Barney errors, and then when at the end they'll say you're grounded for a bunch of times, and they'll even have scary stuff at the middle when the person keeps on turning off the computer. Yeah, and that's crazy. Yeah, keep in mind I've seen those. And those ones are pretty crazy because they involve all that stuff, and it's pretty funny. And now, also, the other thing I like is when they always have the volume up all the way loud, so if they're yelling, oh, they go, like, don't you like that stuff? I know some people don't, but like sometimes if you want to hear it after something, yeah. I also like it when they have scary voice say oh very loud, like very loudly. And Eric when he voices Caillou or Boris. Too bad he got removed from GoAnimate because all the staff decided to take things way too far. Way out of bounds. So, and because back then they ran Flash, and well, they kind of do because you still can't make videos on the iPhone, but they're getting there. Yeah. So, but hopefully the staff knows what they've done. So, and also, I would still watch those. Yesterday I was watching a Caillou Gets Grounded collection movie by True Animate, some user on YouTube. That's funny how people come up with animation usernames like LPatron036. Yeah, that's funny how they always have all these funny names for real life stuff. But yeah, that's when I started to watch the funny grounded videos on GoAnimate. That's what Brian would say, GoAnimate. Hopefully, I heard they were removing the GoAnimate voices on March 31st, even though it was past that, but hopefully they didn't. But if they did, they're still going to get it. But I know they started the process by taking Eric off, but They seriously have gone way too far. So, and also, I like to watch, like, at night or something, I'll watch a movie, compilation movie Grounded stuff. Cause it's funny, like, it's hilarious every time, like, whenever you see them, and they get to the point where it gets too hilarious, but can be abusing at some point. There are some abusements that I'm sure aren't good, but in the middle it's still funny. Also, there's Dylan, videos about Dylan getting grounded a bunch of times, if you haven't seen people make Dylan Gets Grounded series. And, there's a bunch of series out there. The first grounded video was ever made by Adam Kleinschmidt 2000. Actually, it's Adam Kleinschmidt 2003. From what I heard, the first one was made in 2011 on YouTube. When Brian gets in trouble at school, which was the first grounded video to ever exist to YouTube. And ever since he started making the videos, a lot of people started coming up with their ideas on how they should be made. And it just got off funny stuff. But, yeah. So. But now you know a little bit more on grounded videos on the funny stuff. Well, I know a lot of people do, but this is for some who don't. That's why I gave the history of it. But I mean, I also find out that they make grounded videos if they don't respect opinions, which is not cool, but sometimes I wish to do it, because, like, sometimes people get on my nerves, sometimes, like, I don't really make them, but, seriously, but, yeah. And they also, there's an other video that I found, I'm sure it's by Officer Poop 247. I don't know if it's him or whoever, but it was called David Blows Up the Toilet and Gets Grounded. So, as he was over there, he announced he was going to blow it up in the beginning. He said, "I'm going to blow up the toilet," and then he came up and you'd hear a bomb. Noticing Diesel and Eric and the others are worried, so they head to the bathroom, and they see the toilet. They see it's blown up. So they're like, "Oh my gosh, what happened?" And David tells the truth and says he blew up the toilet. Then the same stuff happens. Gets grounded. But they didn't say like 10665. They just said grounded till we get a new toilet. They didn't count random numbers like 64764, all that stuff. But particularly that's what the grounded videos are basically in general are about. And that's why they're funny. You can check out some of the users I mentioned or see other bunches of videos out on YouTube. And at first when I was watching them, like, how in the world? I'm like, how can they be made like this? Because obviously humans aren't robots. But they can sound like it, like I can. But once I would keep on looking around, I would just see what that's from, and I looked around and I would see that it's made with the GoAnimate platform. And of course, it's funny. Especially, there's a video where Erica gets grounded. I don't know if it was 5 or 10 days in a row. I'll have to see the title of it. But first she got grounded for not mowing the lawn. Then for watching some stupid TV show. Then for sleeping. I don't know what the heck that's for, but the rest goes on and on. But it's a pretty funny show. They also make Noah Gets Grounded videos out of Noah. Yeah, that's, which can be funny, depending on what it is. I also found out that they make behavior card day videos. Now, for those of you who don't know, it's a video where classes have behavior cards where the teacher will announce the behavior cards. They'll have a bunch of colors from best to worst. You know, the worst would be dead meat and expelled, and then they get grounded for a bunch of years. So, yeah. And those are so if you want to check that out, well, I don't care if you do or not. I'm just saying, if you want to see for yourself how crazy they are, then see yourself. So, they're funny. But, now, that's what I was thinking about the videos from Grounded videos, you know. Also, there's a video where Paul was getting Eric sick. It's called Paul Gets Eric Sick and Gets Grounded, I think. And that was still when I was beginning to watch Grounded videos. And yet the characters still announce that they're going to do it. So, Paul goes and says, I'm going to puke on you, and then goes and does it. And then he gets sick, and then Kate obviously goes to check out on him, take him to the doctor, and then asks how he got sick, and then told him Paul puked on him. Called Paul's dad, and then, you know, rest that happened. So, crazy story. So it's a crazy world in Grounded videos, but I mean, they can be abusing, which I could agree with that, but can be funny at the same time. But if you don't like them, then that's fine. I'm just saying that from what I've seen from then. But I mean, if I were to listen to them all the time, I'd probably laugh all the time. But since that's what I do when I watch them, I laugh. And also, the way they say grounded a bunch of times is just, especially because of what they do, even though if they do something that isn't a groundable offense, but still is funny at the same time, that's what the key is to that story. Because, but yeah. They also had a voice I like called French Fry, or French-Fry. Now, about that, he sounds like Chinese or something. He's been in a few Grounded videos, but not as much as most of the famous ones. I've also found where they destroy the restaurants, so let's say a character says, I want to go to McDonald's or somewhere, and they go and they don't get what they want, so they destroy the place, and then they get caught on the news. You'll see things like, let's say David destroys McDonald's. Well, I don't know. It could be any character. It could be in a restaurant. Anything. Yeah. There's a video where Kanye was destroying Chuck E. Cheese's because it was closed, so he broke in and destroyed the place. It's crazy. Then they would suggest him going to Peter Piper Pizza, but he didn't want to go, so he just decided to destroy the place. But yeah. So
19 minutes.
That's the little summary of Grounded videos. So, just in case some of you who have heard about it before and don't know, but who wanted to see them, yeah. They can be funny, but like I said, can be abusing at some point, so. And they also have punishments like licking their eyes, cutting something off of their... And they also have they have the kid go in a hot shower and turn the shower all the way hot, which would probably burn them, or turn the water cold and make them freeze, or force them to watch or do something they don't want to do. You know? Or put nappies on them. Yeah, that's another thing. They do all kinds of crazy stuff. It's crazy. So, but yeah, that's what's going up, and of course, they also make UTTP and other user names like that just for the heck of it. They're also notorious for disrespecting opinions. Which I haven't done any of that, which is a good thing. But, still, this is still around the GoAnime thing, but, anywho, that's what also, I also noticed that they also made videos like they not only do they make videos out of other users, but they also it's the same as making things about they also make videos where characters make videos out of their parents for grounding them. They get tired of it and they want to make a grounded video of them. So like if sometimes that gives me an idea if I was gonna make something, if someone made me mad, I'd make one out of someone. But that's the story about the grounded stuff. So, well, that's my story about the grounded videos. And if you're crazy enough and you want to see it, go right ahead. Because it's funny. And most of them were made with the Comedy World theme, even though they're removed. But now they use other themes, because then some of the people are even lucky they can use Requestly or some other program to get it from the Google Chrome store. Which I don't know why most things have to work with Google Chrome all the time, but probably because the majority say Google Chrome is better, but well, that's all for this. Hope you enjoy it, and if you did, leave a like. We know it's time. Yeah. And if you wanna share your timeline story, go right ahead. No matter how you share it, and you can make a video of it. You can make your own version of the timeline story. Maybe you never thought of an idea to make a timeline story about when you saw grounded videos, but then you see mine, then you might be inspired by it. Kind of like Dave Matson's thing with Looney Tunes and Trub Bloopers. So, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.